Welcome back to Brentford Fan TV. This is the Bournemouth preview. And so before we get into the Bournemouth section of the video, I'm just going to talk about the previous week that us Brentford fans have had to go through. And so, yeah, Monday night we lost to Fulham 2-1. And you know what? There's losing derbies against your rivals. Then there's losing like that. And that was terrible. We've done it before. We've been 1-0 up in the 90th minute and gone on to lose 2-1. Like we did it against Man United last season. And it is so frustrating what our club does to us sometimes. I think the word to describe that game for me, or the phrase, is permanent damage, because that one, we're never going to forget it. Fulham fans won't ever let us forget it, and it's going to go down in the history books. And it's going to be brought up pretty much every time we play Fulham from now on for the next few years. So it's really unfortunate. I mean, as I said, there's losing, then there's losing like that. But what I found really frustrating about the game was just our performance. Like, we weren't exactly in the game. We didn't exactly deserve anything. So, yeah, it's just so frustrating to see us not be able to formulate attacks or get out of our own half. Credit to Fulham. But, yeah, that was really frustrating from us. In that game, we saw a wonder goal from Yanal, but then obviously the two late goals from Harry Wilson. And they're both lucky goals. They're so frustrating. Like, the flick on, he was just trying to put it in the area, not even just score. And then the header, he heads it against his shoulder and it goes in. And we actually did get our second chance of the game just at the very end. We could have made it 2-1 to us with the Carvalho, and it would have been great to see Carvalho score against his old club. But yeah, I'm just going to move on from Fulham because I didn't even make a post-match video on it because I was that down about it. I just couldn't bring myself to. So moving on to Bournemouth. Bournemouth are in very good form. Similar to us, they've got very good home form and don't really travel that well. I mean, for example, in the last two home games, they've beaten Arsenal and Man City. How many teams are going to do that this season? I don't think anyone, so yeah, fair play to Bournemouth. They're doing really well in the league. They're on 15 points, I think, which is 2 points above us. And so yeah, I don't have too much to say on Bournemouth, but fair play to them on how well they're doing. I like to see clubs come up from the Championship, similar to like we did, and do well and have good seasons in the Prem and stay up for a long time and not just go straight back down. Obviously, it looks like the current teams who have just come up, it looks like they're going to go straight back down because they haven't really been able to match the quality. But then you think a few years ago, all three teams that got promoted stayed up. I think Forest and I can't remember who the other two, but it does happen. So I've just got to say fair play to Bournemouth. They're doing well, but hopefully they continue to not travel as well as they, as good as they are at home, which they're really good at home, but also we're really good at home. Our home form in the league is 4 wins and 1 draw, which I think is the best in the league actually for home form. So look, we've done something. We may not have got a point away and we might be losing games in the 90th minute, but at least our home form's alright, guys. But a quick sort of talking point I wanted to bring up about a Brentford player is Damsgaard and his recent form. And so I feel like a month ago, Damsgaard had a really good month, and everyone's raving about him, and he's on form, and he's playing with confidence, and he said in interviews how he's playing with confidence. But I feel like last few games, it's sort of blind confidence, as in he's playing confidently, but nothing's coming off. So he'll attempt the passes, and it's just not happening, or he'll turn and towards the defence and it'll be good, but it's just never coming off. And so I do kind of just want to quickly say, not to put it down on any of our players, but I do feel like Damsgaard is sort of not really performing to what we saw a month ago. But that's just me. In terms of the lineup I'd like to see play against Bournemouth from us, obviously Flecken would start, and I'm hoping Aya will be back. He was absent for the Fulham game. If he wasn't absent, then maybe we could have done even better, but actually gone on and, performed better in general. But yeah, Vandenberg, obviously at left back, just isn't ideal. And then, Mads Roslef is not exactly ideal, but I do respect him, and I think he's been a good servant for the club and puts everything into every game. And does have good games, especially against lower teams. But yeah, I'd like to see Aya back. I'd like to see Rico Henry back. I don't even know when he's supposed to be back, but I think in general now we've had lots of players back from injury. Um, we're starting to look at full strength again, apart from both our fullbacks are injured and our record signing is still injured. But overall, I think the squad should be in a good place for Saturday. Thomas Franker's options off the bench or who to start. He could start Carvalho if he wanted, or Shardo, who we have been seeing off the bench. But yeah, we're at home, and so we're going to see the full confidence Brian Mbeumo and Whistler again. As we know, Brian Mbeumo is often sort of not at it away from home. We've noticed he's a confidence player, but yeah, I've not got too much to say on this game. I'm still still hurting from the Fulham game, and so I'm just going to end it on a quick prediction. I'm going to predict a 2-1 win